Hey, this is Mike Renoir, Northwest Fight Scene, NWFightScene.com. I'm here with Tyson Nam here at Sports Lab, Portland, Oregon. Tyson, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. We just got done with some sparring, so I'm a little exhausted, but for the most part, I'm doing well.
Now, one of your sparring partners in there, Ian Loveland, preparing him for a fight. Tough guy, UFC veteran. Talk about working with him.
It's been a real pleasure. I mean, he helps me in so many ways, and I hope that I help him in so many ways. You know, we go kind of back and forth. We're real good for each other. Striking. He's been helping me out with a lot of grappling, so it's been a really good partnership these past few years working with him.
Awesome, awesome. Now, you're coming off, well, not coming off, a couple months back. Big knockout, kind of the knockout heard around the country. I think a lot of people saw this. I think it was kind of a quiet weekend for MMA when it happened, so that helped, and it went up right up in line. Eduardo Dantes, the Bellator champ, and you went down to his backyard and you knocked him out. Talk about that fight and the reaction afterwards.
You know, it was really nerve-wracking that, you know, I get the call out of the blue to, you know, fight in Brazil, but not only in Brazil, but against a world champion. So, but at least we had a good 6 weeks to prepare, so I knew that, you know, I had a good amount of period of time to get in shape and be ready for just the best, which is what I expected when I went over to Brazil. It was a really long flight to get out over there, about 20 hours, so I mean a little bit of jet lag, but you know, we fueled up, cut weight, ate some food, felt good going up into the fight, and visualized myself just doing really well, and I think I did even a lot better than I expected, but that was all due to, you know, preparation with, you know, UFC vets like Ian Loveland. We also got Dave Jansen, Mike Pierce, some of our big names. So, you know, I hang around with the best, and I expect nothing but the best from myself.
Awesome, awesome. Now, afterwards, you know, they talked, your stock obviously rose naturally. A lot of people start talking to you, and you signed a contract with the World Series of Fighting. And then you had some drama with Bellator coming in. Talk about just the mental part of that. I mean, obviously, if people want to read the details, they're out there. But what was that like, just to kind of go through that whole process?
You know, as soon as we got back, I mean, I thought I did such a wonderful thing that, you know, no one would want to do anything bad to me and my career moving forward. But it was a little bit of a speed bump. But for the most part, I laid everything in, you know, my agents, my head coach, and also the lawyer out in New York, Andrew Vasari. I just laid everything out in their hands. I hoped and prayed every night that everything would turn out for the best, and I believe everything did turn out for the best in everybody's favor.
Awesome, awesome. Now, World Series of Fighting, they had their first fight, first event, inaugural event. We were back in November, and now you're apparently going to be on the next one. Is that right?
Yes. I was hoping it would have been at the end of January, but I think a little bit has changed around to we're talking sometime in February. So you know, we're trying to plan out, schedule, peak at the right moment, not do too much too early or too soon, just so that we can come in the best shape and put on another great performance, if not even top my last performance out wherever they're having the World Series of Fighting.
Right on. Now, is your opponent still going to be the same? It's Marlon Moraes?
I believe so. They told me Marlon Moraes. I'm expecting to fight him. He's expecting to fight me. We haven't heard anything different, so we're preparing for each other to have a great war against each other.
Now, you obviously saw his fight against Miguel Torres, who is, you know, obviously a great fighter. And he took it to him. That was a pretty cool fight, pretty good fight to watch. Talk about what you gleaned from that fight.
I expected nothing but a really good stand-up fight. Both guys are great at striking. Surprised me a little bit that Marlon did a lot better against Miguel Torres, just because, you know, Miguel at the time was ranked top 10. So, you know, I believe that Marlon was pretty much in the same spot as I was when I went against Eduardo, and he proved himself that he's ranked among the top in the bantamweights. So, you know, we're gonna two underdogs coming off of underdog wins, and we're gonna clash heads and we're gonna crash hard.
All right, on now. People probably, you know, you kind of came onto the national consciousness. People don't really know who you are. You know, we watched you a bit here in the Northwest and seen you fight a few times. So you know you got a lot of talent and a lot of heart. But talk about how you got into the sport.
You know, I started maybe about 6 or 7 years ago back in Hawaii. I'm a Hawaii native, and I believe the year was 2006 when I was introduced to mixed martial arts. It was pretty much just a different form of exercise, a way to stay in shape, because, you know, lifting weights, playing basketball was getting a little tiresome since I've been doing it since I was 6 years old. So, you know, some of the well-known mixed martial artists like Egan Inoue, I kind of got linked up with them, their boxing coach, and, you know, started off as a fun thing, a little bit of peer pressure, got into a couple of amateur fights, and eventually it kind of moved forward to where I was gaining a lot of rise, a lot of stock in Hawaii, and I turned into a professional mixed martial artist, and making the way up to the Northwest maybe about a little over 3 years ago. I asked Egan, you know, hey, I'm gonna move up to Portland. Where am I gonna go and train? He said, go check out the guys at Team Quest, which is what I did. A few years there, eventually found myself a really good home with a sports lab and a lot of the guys over here, and I think I'll be around with the sports lab crew for a long while.
Awesome, awesome. What's something about you that people don't know about that you'd like to share?
Man, I don't know. I don't like exercising. How's that? I mean, we do it every day. It's almost like I'm almost going through the motions every day. I mean, it's what we do for a living. So, I mean, that's all we do. We train, eat, sleep about 2 or 3 times a day. And, you know, sometimes I gotta give myself a little mental check. Am I gonna make it to practice this morning? So I gotta push myself out of bed, brush my teeth, wake up for things to get the body flowing for the day to come.
All right, now how do you keep that motivation going? I mean, obviously wins help, having fights ahead helps, but you know, you've been fighting a little bit. I mean, I think what are you, 27, 28 now?
I'm actually 29 years old.
29, oh my God.
Let the face fool you.
So how do you keep that motivation going as you rise up in your career?
You know, now that I did almost the impossible by going out to Brazil and knocking out one of the top 10 bantamweights, I keep on thinking about that moment to where I do want to progress and solidify myself as, you know, that wasn't a fluke knockout. That's something that we do here at the Sports Lab. We just kick ass, take names, and when I keep on thinking about that, it gives me a little bit of energy to make it into this place and sweat a little bit more, get a little bit better.
Awesome, awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate your time today, Tyson. Anyone you'd like to thank or any sponsors that you want to give a shout out to?
You know, I want to send everything out to you know, Sports Lab, all the guys over here. Thank you for being there for me. I'm there for you guys as well. Everybody back in Hawaii, family, friends, my agent, Iridium Sports, Andrew for out in New York helping me get out of my legal situation, and my girlfriend Melanie for being there to support me day in, day out.
All right, well, you heard it here. Tyson Nam with Northwest Fights, and thank you, sir.
Thank you.